going on, Virgo? I hope you're doing super well. This is the Autistic Mystic, and this is going to be a reading from May 23rd to the 29th, 2022. So in this reading, Virgo, we're going to take a look at your overall general energy, some things you do not see coming, and also get some advice from your angels and spirit guides regarding the 23rd to the 29th of May 2022. So before we begin, as always, Virgo, I would like to let you know that you are definitely very welcome here in this space with me as we go through this reading. I appreciate you, as always, for taking the time to check this reading out. And if you feel that it resonates with you, Virgo, definitely smash that like button, subscribe if you have not already for future updates. That'd be greatly appreciated over here, Virgo. So let's just go ahead and jump in. Give me a sec here. We're going to pull the energy for the 23rd to the 29th of May. As always, I would like to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and the spirit guides who are overseeing this act of divination for Virgo. Okay. Okay, give me a sec here, Virgo, and we're going to see what's going on here. Okay, Virgo. Your opportunity for the 23rd to the 29th is the Three of Swords. Okay, so keep that in mind. Your challenge is the Six of Wands. All right, so with the opportunity being the Three of Swords and the challenge being the Six of Wands here, I kind of feel like there may be, in some way, for you to be a little bit selfish with your energy and not be like a people pleaser, basically, is what's coming through. Like a lot of you Virgos out there, you may have a tendency to put others first. You may have a tendency to be kind of like holding it together for a lot of people around you, and even like in a subtle way, and it's coming through as a way of just being like overly friendly when it's not really authentic to who you are. And it's almost like, even if it's not totally over the top, like it's like maybe people are like manipulating you in some sort of way because of the energy that you're bringing to the table, and you're starting to realize that. This also could have to do with your family, for some of you, like with what you don't see coming. Like, I feel like your opportunity here is to recognize that you are unhappy in a certain situation in your life, and that you know you need to make a change for the 23rd to the 29th. But your challenge is that you're fully capable of making this change. And what's coming through, it's like a change in your behavior. It's a new way of relating to the people around you, that it's very like you almost like know what you have to do. But I just feel with your opportunity here, it's like you're probably an empath. You're probably a very, even if you're not, like you're just a very like a nice, I'm just getting like this is a reading of, even if you think you're a bad person, a lot of us are suffering from guilt from imagined crimes, by the way, in this reality. Like vast majority of people who probably watch this reading, amazing person, but because of social conditioning and because of you could say the devil's tricks. It kind of convinces really good and decent people to live a life of guilt and like this bad stuff. So I kind of feel like your opportunity here is to introduce a new way of being that people are not going to understand, by the way. Now, sorry if I'm like getting ahead of myself because I haven't really shown you the cards, but a lot of times I don't really need them. You have the Ace of Cups, you have the High Priestess, and you also have the Seven of Cups here in your overall general energy for the 23rd to the 29th Virgo. And basically what's coming through is like self-love is the order of the day for you, but you're just trying to work out like how do I bring my own needs to the table, and then how do I make that choice to like kind of mysteriously enter into a new self-loving phase without kind of completely breaking the hearts of other people. Because the Three of Swords here, like just to give you an analogy, and this is not going to be the case for all of you, but I'm just basically like getting like, because the analogies help you like understand like vibrationally what's going on. It's like you're basically like a mother who is like giving your child like juice, and your child is like addicted to like orange juice, but then you read an article online and you realize that the orange juice is going to rot your child's teeth out. And so you're like, listen, authentically as this mother role, I'm going to take the orange juice away from you and basically break your heart. But it's something that we have to do. Now that's like a little bit different than actually the original frequency. So sometimes I go with what Spirit wants to say. It's relevant for some of you. But in what you don't see coming here, Virgo, you could be reconnecting with someone from your past as well. It's almost like once you start to express yourself more, I just get people are gonna be angry with you. It's like a social group. People are going to be like, what happened to you, Virgo? Some of you may be going through a spiritual awakening as well. Here's one thing. The High Priestess, in my opinion, is above all of the queens. She's even above the Empress because of my value system, because she is connected to the universe. She is connected to Source. She is connected to the mysterious divine nature of reality, and she does not need anyone to show her that she's connected to Source. And basically, I just feel like you've been like sweeping that part of you, like the part that's just like, it's not a people pleaser. It's like, I'm good just how I am. And it's like, you're going to start to bring your true self to the table for the 23rd to the 29th Virgo. And like your advice from Spirit is like, who cares what other people think of this? The Page of Swords and what you don't see coming is the Stalker card. So it's almost like if you have a family or you have a social group, it's going to be like people talking shit about you, like, oh, what happened to Virgo is like little happy, keeping up with the Joneses reality. And like people are just going to like spin this, but you're so connected to Spirit with the High Priestess that you don't even care. Like the frequency coming through Virgo is like maybe like if you have children, like they go to school and they like talk shit to like a kid, and they're like, yeah, well, my mom or like my dad is like I don't know what happened to them, and then like that kid tells like another one of their parents, and it's like this whole like social bullshit, and you're just like, listen, all of you are fake as fuck. I like, you see through everybody basically. So you're also seeing that you've been fake with yourself for a while. It's not that you've been even fake with yourself. It's just that you're stepping into a more authentic part of yourself. And I just get like a group of people or something is like upset with this. Now, the advice from your spirit guides is like, let people come at you and you don't have to explain shit. You ain't gotta explain shit. This is the advice from your spirit guides. Queen of Cups, Four of Pentacles. Keep it cool, calm, collected. Don't show all your cards. Despite the fact, I feel like the advice from Spirit, Knight of Swords, move in the direction of authenticity, move in the direction of not being a people pleaser, but also in this advice card, for some of you, it's showing you, whoever this Page of Swords is, like there are going to be a this could be people in your family, this could be a social group, this could be even your own mind, who is going to be in conflict with these changes that you are making at this time. For some of you, I'm getting children as well, because you have the Six of Cups, you also have the Ten of Cups, and what you don't see coming. Like, if you're a parent, I just get like your children are not really going to understand this. But guess what? You're not really helping them if you're being inauthentic. Now, obviously, you have to tame it down to a certain degree. There's one of those readings I don't really feel like I even need to clarify, but we're gonna. Oh, we're gonna. So let's go ahead and see why the Three of Swords is here. Yeah, Ace of Swords, Page of Wands. Why is the Three of Swords here in your opportunity? I don't sense any, like, cheating. Not really. It's just more of like an internal thing you're going through. For some of you, maybe, but because you are like Page of Swords, High Priestess. It's like maybe for some of you, if this is not really resonating up to this point exactly, it's like you are going to call someone out on something. Like the roles could be reversed here as well, basically. Like the Page of Swords, High Priestess, you're going to call someone out, someone that you're close to. And it's your opportunity to like kind of like break your own heart, like that guilt thing I was talking about. Because a lot of Virgos, you guys like to be perfect. And I'm not a Virgo sun, but I have Virgo rising. I have Virgo in my Lilith. I have Virgo in a lot of other placements. So I'm like heavy Virgo. So I understand what it's like. So you just like, sometimes you don't like conflict. But let's go ahead and see why... But that's not always true. Why is the Three of Swords here in your opportunity? Last one. Yeah, the Three of Swords is clarified by the World here in your opportunity. It's like some sort of painful experience that you're going through. It's time to like rip the Band-Aid off of that painful experience and realize you can't be in this anymore. It's like you either need to step up into more authenticity or you need to call someone out on their own inauthenticity. There needs to be a major change because the World card, this is spiritual. The World is a major arcana card. That's not like an everyday, just like bullshit thing. This Three of Swords in your opportunity is affecting you on a very big level. So your opportunity is to realize that that needs to end. It's almost like you need to, for a period of time, go into more pain to alleviate pain. But at first it sucks. That's why the whole... Like you can slowly take a Band-Aid off your, it's like, let's say you got a cut, you can slowly take it off, like when it needs to come off, and it will hurt, but it's more painful to do that than just that, it's over. Just don't be like weird about it, or just don't build it up, because most of us suffer from imagination more than from reality. So I kind of feel like if you feel like a hesitation to call someone out on something, to move into a more authentic version of yourself, even though people won't understand it, you're suffering not really from the actual consequences of doing that, but maybe you're suffering from, I feel like it is real. I do feel like there's going to be people that are upset, but like you're suffering from your thoughts about it, because you don't fear what you know, you only fear the unknown. You don't fear the unknown. Excuse me, you don't fear the unknown, you only fear what you project into the unknown. Okay, let's go ahead and clarify why the Six of Wands is here. The Six of Wands is here in your challenge. That's why I'm getting like people pleaser, like not really, like you have the ability to win something here, but it's like you're just rather not. Yeah. Six of Wands in your, this is your challenge, right? It's clarified by the Nine of Swords and also the Ace of Swords. So you know that you having some sort of victory, you pulling the trigger to like have some sort of victory here. Once again, people, it's a lack of mental clarity. The Nine of Swords to the Ace of Swords here. For you, it's utter mental clarity. But for other people here, also for you, it's a feeling of guilt. Like you just know that it's gonna stir up shit. You just know that it's gonna stir up shit. To give you a really crude analogy, actually no, we're not gonna go there. Nope, sorry. Okay, let's also clarify why the Page of Swords is the centerpiece to your reading. For me, that's the Stalker card. You know, the Page of Swords as well, though, it's like someone who's ready to go. If you're not being like really hounded by other people, and if like people aren't as like agitated at this more authentic version of yourself, you facing a problem, the Page of Swords to the Ten of Cups and what you don't see coming is you finally confronting your family, confronting a friend group, confronting some sort of long-term thing that you have, and just being like, no, I'm ready to go. Like, these people are not going to control me. Like, I will metaphysically like chop their heads off if I have to. You know, like it's almost like you're meant to tap into your dark side, not because you're a dark person, because you're such a good person that maybe it's just like repressed in you. We all have a dark side, and if you repress it, guess what? It's going to come out in way worse ways. Okay? Like all of us, we want to get ahead in life. All of us, part of us wants, we are an animal nature. And if you repress that your whole life, it often comes out in worse ways. Like Carl Jung in The Shadow, like make your shadow conscious, catch it while it's small, do it in a conscious way. Like, because if you are being inauthentic your whole life, and like if you have family members or like friends that make you inauthentic and you hold it in, you bottle it in, you're literally gonna rock somebody in the face one day and it's gonna be like, what the fuck just happened? Metaphysically. Maybe the dudes out there literally. Whereas if you just had an argument and you confronted the shadow, you can work it out and it would not be as bad as repressing the shadow. What was I even clarifying? And this is probably your destiny to do this. Wheel of Fortune. Good luck. Let's clarify the Page of Swords. That's what it was. It's like I'm getting a weird feeling in my solar plexus. You need to activate this. Activate the solar plexus. Wear yellow. Because like eat yellow foods, you don't have to, but willpower, tapping into your willpower, Virgo. Yeah, Page of Swords is clarified by the Queen of Wands here. You're going to have to confront something, and you're going to have to just not give a shit. Okay, that's really what I'm sensing. The Queen of Wands is completely, once again, the theme of the dark side, but making it conscious so that it's not actually that dark, like recognizing that we all have a shadow. And if you try to pretend that you're like even like this angelic being, like I even do that because like I'm very connected to spirit. I know that I'm like an earth angel. It's my mission to be here. But for a long time in my life, you just reject the animal part of yourself and you literally believe, oh, I'm a Pleiadian, I'm like an angel. And it's horrible. It does not lead to good things. You have to accept you're human. You are divine, but you're also human. For others of you though, there's gonna be, it's like, remember that analogy that I gave you about like like maybe like a powerful person, like someone who triggers you is gonna like stalk you, like your new behavior. If you introduce a new behavior into your family, like your neighbor or like the parent of the kid that you go to school with is literally gonna be like, well, you know, they're wrong for doing that, you know, and it's just because they like are not really self-aware and they are, you could be like, get out of here, you muppet. You fucking muppet. Okay, no. Okay, Virgo. I'm going to conclude this reading right here. I think I've said enough what happened to come through. So with that being said, I appreciate you for checking this reading out. I hope that it resonates with you. If you want more information on this situation or your life in general, feel free to book a personal reading with me. You can find all of that in the description box underneath this reading as to how to do it. Just click the link. Super easy to do. Always enjoy working one-on-one with you guys, but always I enjoy these as well. So step up, Virgo. You got this. I hope you have a great 23rd to the 29th. This is the Autistic Mystic.